Nice, beautiful day in Washington County this morning. Welcome. Washington County Commissioners Court is now in session Tuesday, August 26, 2025 at 9 a.m. Commissioner Corn, would you do the honors, please?
Yes, we have Mr. Mabry here to lead us in prayer.
Good morning,
Good morning.
Judge, council members, distinguished guests. I'm going to ask you to do me a favor this morning. Take a breath. Hold it and let it out. That breath that you just took, our Father, when He created us, He took the time to get close enough to us to blow into us the breath of life. And every time we take one, we remind Him and ourselves of what He gave us. Think of that. Every time you are able to take a breath, you remind Him. So this morning, Heavenly Father, I say thank you. Thank you for the time that you've given us. Thank you for the breath that you gave us. Thank you for the life that you allow us to live. Thank you for allowing this commission to come together for the good of your people, for the good of your name, for the glory of you, Father, to make good decisions, not for themselves, but for the people that they serve. Because you said if you want to be great, become a servant. And we're all servants here, Father. Willing servants. We're servants to one another, servants to your will, servants to be obedient, servants. Let us submit our ways to your ways. And we thank you here in Washington County for the county that we have and all the things that you allow us to do. And Father, we can't even think about not giving you praise, honor, and glory. And it's all in your name. In Jesus Christ's name we pray. Amen.
Amen. Flag. Pledge the flag. I
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
While we're standing, before we go any further, I'd like to introduce Mr. Roy Kent, new editor.
County judge the authority to sign them.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 4, discussion and possible action on the Washington County Depository contract with Cadence Bank, formerly Bank of Brenham. At this time, I'll recuse myself from any discussion.
I will as well.
So, commissioners, we had a workshop last week. We had the opportunity to visit with the county attorney's office as well as the folks from Cadence Bank. As everyone's aware, and I don't know if the media has all this for your purposes, but Brenham National Bank, Bank of Brenham was taken over by Cadence Bank, and we had a contract with Bank of Brenham, and so Bank of Brenham now becomes Cadence, and we needed to ensure that our contract would remain the same despite the transition from one bank to the other. That has been done. The county attorney's office has been very good at that, about working through the contract. There were some questions that we had, and they've answered all of those questions, it's my understanding, Ms. Miller?
Yes.
And are there any other comments that you would like to make about that?
No, as part of our contract, you had 60 days from the takeover to decide whether you wanted to stay with the new bank or whether you wanted to go out. And so we worked with their legal department along with Ms. Kramer, the treasurer, working with other counterparts there at Cadence Bank to make sure that our services are the same that we are accustomed to, also to make sure that our accounts are insured at 110%, which is in the contract. And so there has been some security agreements, and we've gone through those and made sure those are reflective of the contract, and we don't feel that there's a problem anymore, so.
Commissioners, do you have any questions about that? Does anybody else have any questions?
I do not. I'm good.
All right, well, I make a motion to, let's make sure. I make a motion on the Washington County Depository Contract with Cadence Bank, formerly Brenham National Bank. Bank of Brenham, I don't know why I keep saying that. I just have it in my mind. So, Bank of Brenham,
Excuse me,
And-
could we get you to amend that?
Yeah.
To allow the county judge to sign the documents?
yeah, I will. And to allow the county judge to sign the contract and to allow the county treasurer authority to sign any other documents required.
I'll second.
Motion's been made and second. All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All those opposed? Ayes have it, motion carries. Thank you, Ms. Miller.
Item number 5, discussion and possible action on 2025 Washington County Fair Trail Ride right-of-way permit application. Mr. Remke.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners. This is the Washington County Fair Trail Ride. They've done it for, I don't know how many years. They'll leave the fairgrounds, go to the parade, and after the parade, they'll come back to the fairgrounds, and then they'll go down Old Independence, Thomason Creek, and back down 2935. During the daylight hours, so there's no issues with any kind of issues like that. So
This is the same route every
It's
year,
the
right?
same route
Yeah.
every year, is probably mostly the same group.
Yeah.
I've not heard of any problems with it
Yeah.
in the past.
No, they've never been.
We would have got the phone calls, trust me.
Right.
I've never had a phone call regarding that one.
Not at all.
I make a motion to approve the 2025 Washington County Fair Trail Ride right-of-way permit application.
I'll
God,
s-
that's a mouthful.
I'll second it.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank
Remke. Item number 6, discussion and possible action on subdivision variance request for a land division fronting Red Tip Lane, 3.97 acres, located in John M. Burton Survey A-0020 in Precinct 3. Mr. Stokes.
Good morning, Judge. Good morning, Commissioners. Yes, we do have a subdivision variance request in front of you today. The parent tract is 3.97 acres. The request in front of you today is to separate that into 2 separate lots of 1.69 and 2.28 acres as you see before you. The minimum frontage requirements to the private Red Tip Lane have been met. All area requirements have been met. We have done some research on the existing OSSF that was installed in 1992. That is within the setbacks as they are proposed. We see no issues, and based on subdivision variance requests that we have approved previously, we would recommend approval today.
Let me get to it. I make a motion to approve the subdivision variance request for the land division fronting Red Tip Lane, 3.97 acres, located in the John M. Burton Survey A-0020 in Precinct 3.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Item number 7, discussion and possible action to authorize the county judge to appoint a court member to begin negotiations with the highest ranked offerer for the Washington County Courthouse Phase 2 exterior restoration based on the rankings provided by the Elevation Committee. Commissioners, y'all have the scoring in front of you this morning. I'm going to recommend Commissioner Hannah, or appoint Commissioner Hannah to oversee this process.
Okay. I make a motion to approve the action to authorize the county judge to appoint a court member, Commissioner Hammond, to begin negotiations with the highest ranked offer for the Washington County Courthouse Phase 2 exterior restoration based on the rankings provided by the Evaluation Committee.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
The highest ranker was Phoenix, if you see on that document.
Yeah.
They are also the company that did the first phase of this project.
Item number 8, discussion and possible action on the approval of a contract for construction of the Washington County ATS building with Chapel Hill Construction and authorize county judge to sign. Mr. Majewski, do you have any comments on this?
Katie, did you want to say anything, or?
Good morning, Commissioners, Judge. We worked with Ms. Miller to get that contract negotiated, worked on the scope of work. Chapel Hill Construction was both the highest ranked and the lowest bidder, so it's a great decision, and we're excited to get started. We think this contract's in a good place, so.
Any other questions?
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Katie.
Josh, you have something?
I make a motion to approve the contract for construction, is that it? Construction of the Washington County ATS building with Chapel Hill Construction and authorize the county judge to sign.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
There is one thing I want to bring to your attention, that the packet may have the old insurance certificate, but we gave a new insurance certificate to this morning because it just came through to Commissioner Majewski,
Okay.
where Washington County is listed as the additional insured.
Okay, good.
Okay. Item number 9, discussion and possible action to authorize Plan North LLC to execute the notice to proceed for the ATS building construction project with Chapel Hill Construction.
Nothing special, just,
No.
all right. I make a motion to approve, to authorize Plan North LLC to execute the notice to proceed for the ATS building construction project with Chapel Hill Construction.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed?
Can
Motion carries.
you guys tell me what our estimated start date is? Do y'all have an estimated start date yet, or no, Katie?
Well, I'm gonna have Ray come up here because I think his contract just got approved.
Well, I just didn't know because, Ray, you guys are, Chapel Hill Construction is also working on the county jail, and that project has moved along on schedule. So I was just wondering, is that something you guys are going to find that to completion and then go to this project, or will you be able to start this project prior to?
No, sir, we're gonna start this project as soon as we can. Katie is trying to schedule a pre-con meeting for September the 2nd.
Okay.
And we get that going within, as soon as we get all our insurance and stuff together, build the rest and stuff together. Within about 2 weeks, we should be started on the project.
Fantastic.
Great.
Fantastic.
Thank y'all.
Okay.
Right. Thank you.
Commissioners, on this court, you have to be able to walk and chew gum, because we have the courthouse, we have the jail, and we're gonna have ATS all at one time, and I believe the EMS station as well. So there's a lot of projects going on, and I will tell you, I appreciate all the work that's been done. Everyone's been very good to work with, and I think we've had some very good improvements, not only to our jail, but to this ATS building is going to provide us a lot of storage for a lot of space in this courthouse. We have been needing space in this courthouse for quite some time, and I think this project is going to alleviate our space issues, right? Ms. Jackson? I went and saw all your stuff.
I need a lot more space.
Yes, you do.
I think everyone has that same
Well, from the
sentiment.
documentation standpoint. it's gonna
Absolutely.
Free up space.
Okay. Okay, item number 10, discussion and possible action on the Sheriff's Office monthly report. Sheriff Holloway.
Morning, Judge, Commissioners.
Good morning.
Morning, Sheriff. Good to see you outside of budget.
Yes, sir. So today I'll be presenting the July 2025 monthly report for the Sheriff's Office. And we can start with page 1. Of course, that's our NIBRS report. One thing we want to point out there is our Group A offenses. We had a 75% clearance rate of 20 offenses. That's up from 16 the previous month. 9 arrests, which was 1 more than the previous month as well. Our Group B offenses, we had an 87% clearance rate of 69 offenses, which is down from 81 offenses the previous month, and 52 arrests, which was down from 74 the previous month. Overall, we had an 84% clearance rate for July of 89 offenses, 75 cleared, and 61 arrests. On our juvenile offenses, we did have one juvenile offense. It was cleared with a detainment. So if we go to page 2, that will start our monthly activity report. Start off with our jail division. Total number of inmates booked into jail remained about the same at 114 compared to 113 last month. Our average daily population also remained about the same, 97 in June to 96 in July. And we have 3 vacancies in the jail right now. Second part of that page is our law enforcement division. And we have 4 vacancies in the law enforcement division. And some of the comparative categories for the activity report include our assist calls went up by 1 from 46 to 47. Our false alarms fell from 32 to 30. Our mental health transports decreased from 6 to 3. And our motor vehicle crashes increased from 26 to 50. That's a pretty sharp increase there. I'm going to get into more of that as we go into this report. Because our overall traffic enforcement increased. Citations went from 128 to 160. Warnings went from 438 to 601 for the month. Our arrest warrants served increased from 63 to 67. Our overall incident responses increased by 593 from 2,687 to 3,280. Also, our case reports filed with prosecutors increased from 144 to 160, and we received $1,500 in donations for the month. On page 3 is our City of Burton activity report. Overall, our activity increased with 124 responses compared to 111 for last month, which equals 3.8% of our total calls. The biggest changes were in close patrols and traffic enforcement. Go to page 4. That's our crimes graph. And for our Group B offenses, you see we had a slight dip from 81 to 69 and a slight increase in our Group A offenses. Page 5 is our property crimes. We had 3 thefts reported in the county during July, no burglaries. Now, page 6 is our traffic program graph. And like I said, we had 50 crashes during July, and that's a huge jump. So I wanted to take a look at that and see what that was. And some of my research indicates that according to some estimates from AAA and National Highway Traffic Institute, that July was the heaviest travel month on record. They estimated in Texas we had anywhere from 2.2 to 2.6 million more vehicles on the road during the month of July.
Wow.
And so what I wanted to take a look at was what kind of crashes did we have? And so for our 50 crashes, one was a 2-vehicle rollover crash. One was coded as a 2-vehicle minor crash. We had 14 2-vehicle crashes. We had 3 2-vehicle crashes involving a red light. We had 1 2-vehicle crash that involved a DWI driver. We had 2 1-vehicle crashes, and we had 1 vehicle crash notification that come off of a cell phone. We had 2 3-vehicle crashes, and we had 1 crash that involved 4 vehicles. We had 3 hit and runs reported. We had 1 crash involving a vehicle and a cow, 3 crashes involving a vehicle and a deer, and 1 crash involving a vehicle and a horse. So we had 4 crashes involving a vehicle in a ditch, 1 crash involving a vehicle in a median, and 1 crash involving a vehicle in a barrier. We had 3 commercial motor vehicle crashes involving a vehicle. Those are 18-wheelers. And 1 18-wheeler crash versus a pole. We had 1 crash that involved only property damage. We had 2 parking lot crashes and 1 ATV or 4-wheeler crash. and we had 2 crashes that were reported as blocking a roadway. So that's the breakdown of those 50. Of course, we had an increase in our traffic posture because we know that July is one of the heaviest traveled months, so we increased our patrol there, but we did not see a decrease in crashes.
What'd be interesting to know is how many of those were folks traveling through our community? How many of those were local folks?
Right.
Because the increase is great, and you have that many. You just kind of wonder, is that our people
Right.
being involved in those crashes?
Right.
And are they at
Exactly.
night, during the day?
Yeah, it's pretty much, mainly during the day, mainly during the
Really?
evening time. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, when most people are on the road.
Yep.
Yeah.
Interesting.
All right, so if we go to page 7, that's our criminal arrest graph. Group A offenses arrests were 1 more than the previous month. At 9 in Group B, offense arrests saw a decrease of 22 arrests compared to the previous month. Page 9, our average daily population in our jail through July sits at 95.4. And page 10 breaks down our jail bookings by gender. Females, we booked in 22, which was down from 24 the previous month, and males at 92, which was up from 89 the previous month. And then on page 11 is our City of Burton graph. We're averaging 109.9 calls per month to the Burton area. Any questions on our report?
Just back to the crashes. Where are most of these crashes at? 290? 105? I mean, where's the main?
Yeah, you know, our current software doesn't allow for the creation of a heat map so that we can see where those things are. We can get that information from the Texas Department of Transportation. They do compile that information. So I do not have that information with me today.
I mean, just your best guess, though. Are they all over the place or just?
They're pretty much on the main thoroughfares.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which would make sense that.
Yeah.
Okay, we need
I
to.
make a motion
Thank
to
you.
approve the sheriff's office monthly report.
I'll second that.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Thank you, Sheriff.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sheriff.
Presentation of the following monthly reports. Start with the county clerk's report. Mr. Prenzler?
Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
So for July is always one of our less busy months. We've got court just once a week in July, so we took in $58,600.02, which is the least amount we've taken in all year. I was trying to get to 60, but we fell just short of that for the month. As far as public records recorded, we had 627. It's one of the few things that we were busier at this month. So nice month for those. We only had 2 plats filed though. For criminal cases, we had 47 filed and 36 disposed. Again, just 1 court week, so those numbers are a little lower than normal. Civil cases, we had 9 filed and 7 disposed. We just had 1 new guardianship filed. One place we did see more cases was probate cases. We had 19, which are the most we've had filed in a month this year. We actually had 7 filed the first 2 days of July, which kept clerks very busy those 2 days for sure. Births recorded, we had 27, and deaths, we had 36, which was the most we've had in a month this year as well. We did 15 marriage licenses. We're still kind of on the downward trend with summer. We tend to do less of those. I'll expect those to tick back up as we get to the fall. Online vital stat requests, we only had 7, and then just 3 new fraud alert signups for this month.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
Any questions or comments about the county clerk's report? Moving along, district clerk report. Any questions or comments about the district clerk's report?
No, sir.
Justice of the Peace report. Different. Any questions or comments about the Justice of the Peace reports?
No, sir.
Tax assessor collective report. Morning, Ms. Gaskamp.
Good morning.
Good morning.
We had a slower month too, this month. We collected just under 50,000 in income. We did 120 mail-in transactions. We did 717 title transfers. We were just over 4,000 in registrations, and we did 122 permanent handicap placards for the month of July. We also collected 4,485 in TABC fees. That was a pretty big month. A lot of them were mixed beverage permits for this month, and it looks to be a little bit higher for August too this month. Y'all have any questions?
I do not.
Sounds like you're busy. Thank you.
All right, thank y'all.
Thank you. Treasurer's report. Ms. Kramer?
Good morning.
Morning.
I think you will have noticed in the list of investments that we had that there were a bunch that I cashed in July because we needed to pay bills and we needed to pay payroll. So it was nice that they were all available and we could cover all that. And as soon as we get more tax money, I'll be reinvesting more stuff. But that's probably part of the reason why the interest didn't go up a whole lot this last month. But everything still balances.
Okay.
Okay.
Any questions or comments about the treasurer's report?
No.
Tax assessors?
Thank you, Peggy.
Thank you.
Okay. Treasurer's report. Excuse me, I'm sorry, Peggy, going behind on you.
I'll do it again.
I like the first version so much, I wanted to hear it again. I liked it, like you saying you had plenty of money to cover the bills, I like that, okay.
Plenty of money.
All right. Constable's report. Questions or comments about the constable's report? Okay, elections report. Ms. Jackson?
Good morning, good morning. I thought about ditching this agenda and talk more about how much room I need, but I guess I'll stick with the agenda, okay? My voter registration report looks a lot different from usually because we're having a new team system. We're transferring to a new team system, so therefore, we don't have access to pulling reports as far as a official list of registered voters or how many people were canceled or anything like that. So let me just read this top part to you. The Secretary of State has adopted a new team system which houses voter registration and election processing. As of July 1st, 2025, the existing team system was disabled to facilitate the rollout of the new team system. Texas counties have been unable to process any applications, orders, or generate any reports. As of July 2025, the Texas Secretary of State announced the launch of the new team system, which is Civic,
And since the launch, they have been providing training as it becomes available. However, the system has been and is currently incomplete and is underdeveloped. I am unable to provide a voter registration report due to this team system being down, okay? But they're working on it. I think they're making good progress. And so therefore, hopefully, before the election start, early voting, hopefully we have that team system up and running. There's nothing we can do but roll with the punches, woman up, man up, and do what we have to do, okay?
So they haven't given you an estimated time of when that's gonna be back up?
Oh, several times, but it's not working.
So they're moving it?
It's not working. It keeps moving because as we use it, it is. As we use it more, try to use it more, something else, they discover other things that need to be fixed. And it's a very intelligent system. Well, you know, it's intelligent. It's good once it's up and running and fully developed. I think it's a good thing for us. However, I just don't feel like anything beats the old team because I thought it was what we needed, but now they're doing more advanced things on team. All right, and some of the trainings and requirements were webinars, SOS updates, Texas Secretary of State's election division. We went to a training in Harris County. It was a two-day training for team, provided with new credentials that enable and our access to team, as well as our new hire. And as far as Janet also had her credentials, and we had to take cyber security training, and that was a requirement, and access to new team system as much as possible and get familiar with the new attributes. But yeah, of course, like I said, it keeps changing, but we can work it out. Then the elections department, we also had trainings with webinars and given legislative updates. We did in-person Secretary of State training in Huntsville, Walker County. That was a 2-day training there. Beginning the preparation of the November 4th, 2025 election. Basically, we started that probably mid-July, trying to get prepared for the November 4th election. And then also updated the elections website as needed. And one of the things I didn't put on here is that I took a GIS class, mapping class, and received a certificate for that. It was a 4-week course in July, and it ended in July. It was pretty interesting. Pretty interesting. All right, and that completes that part of the report. But under other, if you guys will see that, Janet Daniel, an employee of Washington County, Texas, was hired by the Judge Dorothy Morgan on April 28, 2010, and later worked for Judge John Breeden and the current office holder, Judge John L. Durenberger. Janet worked as the information clerk on the first floor for over 10 years. During her tenure, Janet assisted in other offices as needed and as a notary public. On October 1st, 2021, Janet accepted the job as the Elections Administrative Clerk in the Elections and Voter Registration Office and is currently serving in that position. I guess I'm just so excited. My tongue wants to say something else other than what I need to say. And Janet will be retiring August 29th, and Miss Jennifer Gajewski, whom I have here, has accepted the replacement position for Miss Janet. And I must say that Miss Jennifer is absolutely wonderful. Janet was wonderful as well, but I think that we're on a good pathway to doing even greater things.
Welcome, Jennifer.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Welcome aboard.
Welcome.
Did you want to give a speech?
No.
Well, I'm just thankful for Carol accepting me, and I've been very blessed and accepted with the county here, and I'm enjoying it. So I'm looking forward to what we're gonna be accomplishing here. So
I think it'll be baptism by fire come November.
Kind of nervous and exciting all at the same time.
Well, she'll do fine.
Of course. You'll do.
Definitely, she'll do fine.
Well, welcome
aboard.
aboard.
Glad to have you.
Thank you.
Welcome aboard.
Thank you.
Okay, any questions or comments about the elections report? Okay, Veterans Report, Mr. Purcern.
Judge, Commissioners, good morning.
Good morning.
Nothing new. Actually, one thing new that's unusual. So we had 264 contacts and 52 forms completed on behalf of veterans and dependents. Last month was unusual. We didn't have any veterans funeral honors to perform.
I see that.
But this month has been worse than usual, for whatever reason.
Yeah.
If you go to the next page, please, and a little bit further down. So on the right, with the red and blue columns, 69 on average forms completed on behalf this year and 255 contacts averaging per month this year. We still don't have the Veterans Affairs, Department of Veterans Affairs, big federal agencies end-of-year report, which really runs because they're looking at numbers from the previous year. It almost feels like we're running 2 years behind on getting the information in so that we know how Washington County is faring on, I guess, when compared to the rest of the nation and counties throughout the nation. So we're still waiting on that. I did get word that that's supposed to be coming in next month, hopefully. It'll also give us, I'm told, a better understanding of what our numbers are, veteran population-wise. That might be what's taking them longer to put this report together, because they were just going off of an older model between census counts every 10 years.
They're probably doing it by hand.
Maybe so. Any questions, Commissioners, Judge?
No, but as always, we thank you for your service.
Thank you.
For the report. Thank you. Item number 12, discussion and possible action on the approval of a modified bond requirement for judges in statutory county courts and county courts that preside over guardianship and probate proceedings in Texas from $100,000 to $500,000 according to section 25.0006 and 26.001 of the Government Code.
Was there a change in the legislation that required us to up this bond, Ms. Kramer? Is that what I'm assuming?
From what I was given, it is Senate Bill 387 that required this, authored by a Judith Zaffrini and co-authored by Royce West, sponsored by Brooks Landgraf. I'm assuming those are all senators. And they have decided that this bond needed to be raised for whatever reason, I don't know. But it has to be according to the law.
And normally this is done in January, correct?
Normally, yes. I guess because some counties are start on different times. I'm not sure why they picked September 1st, but it is effective 9/1.
Okay.
The legislation took effect, will
Yeah,
take
most
effect
of
on
it.
September 1st.
Mm-hmm.
I make a motion to approve the modified bond requirement for judges in statutory court, county courts, and county courts that preside over guardianship and probate proceedings in Texas from $100,000 to $500,000 according to section 25.0006 and 26.001 of the Government Code.
I'll second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 13, discussion and possible action on the approval of accounts payable.
Okay, today, in our world, not so much. $286,205.32. I guess the biggest part of that is the bond payment on Pecan Glen that we're paying today. The rest are just normal weekly, monthly bills.
Right on.
Make a motion to approve accounts payable.
I'll second that.
Motion's been made and seconded. Any further discussion? All in favor, signify by saying aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Item number 14.
Motion to adjourn.
Second.
Motion been made and seconded. Any further discussion?
Did I
All in
read
favor,
this right?
signify.
Did I read this right?
Aye.
Aye.
All in favor? We are adjourned.
2.5% revenue cap was amended on the House floor to apply a 1% revenue cap to all